guys, we are from group 4 and I'm Aisha.
I'm Difa.
I'm Yusiana.
And Dian.
Gracea.
Now we will talk about the comparison and contrast between American English and Southeast Asia.
Here's where some of those iconic accents got their start. Let's start with New England, which was one of the first US regions to develop its own American English accent. Today, a speaker from New England might say,
"Were you going to plagiarize the whole thing for us? Do you have any thoughts of your own on this matter? Is that your thing? You come into a bar, you read some obscure passage, and then pretend you pawn it off as your own?"
For such a geographically small area, New York City certainly has a bunch of distinctive accents. But in general, its accents evolved from a mixture of its Dutch and English roots and numerous waves of immigration. A modern speaker from New York probably won't sound like what you hear in the movies.
Hey! I'm walking here! I'm walking here!
They're more likely to say,
Deep dish pizza is not only not better than New York pizza, it's not pizza.
Many of modern dialects have traits their roots and the dialect has spread westward and southward as they migrate east in England. It travels in a high thrusting through the Boston early economic and cultural inheritance and the results of our university. For example, the northern dialect in America, they just are with them each. For example, here. The kind of the northern America is Denver, Boston urban, Hudson Valley, New York City, Tuna, Inland Harbor, San Francisco urban, Upper Midwestern, and Chicago urban.
the Midwest has many diverse accents. As the Appalachian settlers headed west, their accents joined with speech patterns from the north. Today, a speaker from the Great Lakes might say,
I was born in the middle of the century, in the middle of the country. A classic baby boomer.
or more famously,
We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes, it's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses.
while another from Wisconsin, Minnesota, the Dakotas might say,
If either of these men draw, I'm going to be forced to shoot some people, and I don't want to do that.
down in Texas, a very distinct accent developed. The famous Texan accent that we all know from movies
He shot and killed a state senator named Bibbs in Waco, Texas.
has started to level out. Visitors to big cities like Houston might be surprised to hear something more like,
Thank you to everyone who worked so hard to beautifully capture the profundity of deep Southern culture.
last but not least, is the West Coast, which had a very different mix of immigrants compared to the East Coast. California doesn't come close to having one distinct accent. A modern-day speaker might sound like,
We woke up the next morning on his actual birthday, and I told him I wanted to take him somewhere to lunch for his birthday.
or
What's so powerful about this novel is everyone has their own interpretation of these characters.
these are just a handful of American accents, and they're all still evolving as we speak. We'll have to check back in a century or so and see what happens next.
Hi guys, I want to tell you about Western dialects. Do you know about Western dialects? Western dialects compared with the Eastern United States, the Western regions were settled to use some people very distinctive dialects to have time to develop or to be studied in detail. Many words originally came from Spanish, cowboy jargon, and the language of the Native American. And the country that use Western dialects are first, Alaska. Developed out of the Northern, Midland, and Western dialects. Some words that originated are bush, cabin fever, mush, parka, and stateside. And the second country that use Western dialects is Hawaii. It's divided into three parts. First, Hawaiian Creole. developed from a pidgin English spoken on the sugar plantations with workers from Hawaii and many other countries. And the second, non-standard Hawaiian English. It's developed from Hawaiian Creole and is spoken mostly by teenagers. And the last is standard Hawaiian English. It's part of the Western dialect family that shows less influence from the early New England dialects than any other American dialects. Okay guys, it is about Western dialects. Thank you.
Could be like, y'all better be quiet. Fixin' to. This is a pretty common one. It means going to. An example would be like, I'm fixin' to go to the store instead of I'm going to go.
General Southern. This dialect region matches the borders of the Confederate States that seceded during the Confederate War. It's largely an agricultural area. They pronounce I with up and O as yo. For example, I'm yo at 5 o'clock, and all words is like loud. They pronounce with a slight double sound a o. The local words is Boogerman, Funky, Jam, and the Boomstick. And the Southern as a modern dialect were originally dominated by Boston. The Southern dialect influenced by Charles II, Richmond, and Raffat and Savannah. Some words, it's like Big Daddy or grandfather, Big Mama or grandmother. And fishing, they say fixing to for going to and Ubers for peanut. The region of General Southern is in the Virginia Piedmont, Coastal Southern, South Florida, Ocracoke, Gulf Southern, and Louisiana. Okay, that's all about General Southern, and thanks.
Okay, we will continue the material. It is about the Southeast Asian English, and in the Southeast Asian English, we can know about the accent. For example, is from Singapore and Malaysian English. This is included into the British English. So because it can happen because in the Singapore and in the Malaysia, English is for their second language, and the next is the Brunei, Philippines, Thai English, and also Indonesia. There is when they speak English, it's more like American English, and because Indonesian English, Thai English, and the Philippine English, they not use English language as their second language. So for know the different, we can check the video. Thank you.
With my mom over the phone. Hi ma, yeah, one okay je. Like that lah. Makan already. Yeah, just surviving the cold. Okay, bye ma. He said that my English completely changed when I was talking to my mom and that he found it interesting. And then I started telling him about the interesting
music. The next word is ayo, and Singaporeans love to use this word as a kind of exclamation for something that usually isn't very positive.
It's about whether you can carry out the role or not. That's it. And they did amazingly well, given that none of them.
Hello everybody, my name is Sarah. I come from Thailand. I like to watch movie and read book. I also can speak very good English now. First, you have to make every word and every sentence long.
go to accent for another. Select Boston accent. Okay, this is from our group, and thank you for watching.